Okay, so today's Monday. So Saturday, after a long, hard search, I finally got my next project truck. I don't know if I said my last video or not. I sold my 2010. I don't know if this is a word or not, but to my nephew-in-law. I don't know what else to call him. And so it's just gonna be a quick walk around of the truck. You probably know by the title what it is. And then towards the end of the video, we'll go over some details and everything of it and how I came about getting it and like what the search was like and hauling it back and all that stuff. So it's just gonna be a quick walk around and I'll tell you what it's supposed to have in it. It's been untouched since I brought it home, so you'll see it just like I saw it. In the next video, we'll go through and we'll verify everything. So I'll try to document everything on this project. So let's take a look around it. Okay, so I finally found one of these within my budget. It was a pretty long search, kind of frustrating. But what I've got here, it's a 1976 square body Chevy K10. That's actually sitting on 3/4 ton axles, I believe. But like I said, the next video, we'll go over all the details and verify everything. So we'll do a walk around of it and let you know what I got. I want to point out, it's a work in progress, so it's not perfect. It's got a, looks like a garage paint job and garage body work on it that needs to be redone. And I'm not dogging anybody that's done this. I mean, I think it's awesome somebody takes the time out to do that and does the best job they can and everything. And I'm not going to make it on a show truck either. It's probably better than what I could have done. So much respect for people who do that. I don't think I'll try. I mean, I'll weld some panels in and stuff, but as far as straightening everything out, not going to happen. So it is a work in progress. Let's take a look around it. Like I said, it's a 1976 K10. It's got an 8-foot long bed. Well, it's like 8 feet 4 inches or 3 inches. It's got 33-inch tires on it, and you can see it's got the lockout hubs. It's got 8 lug wheels. So I'm assuming it's an MP203 transfer case, and hopefully it's got the part-time kit installed in it. We'll verify that and everything on the next video. And you can see like on the cab corners, it looks like they tried to fill in some stuff here and didn't get it standing out all right. That's okay. Body work will be the last thing I do to it. It doesn't have dual tanks. It's got the setup for it. I don't know if it originally did or not. It's got dual exhaust all the way back from the headers and a 350 in it, supposedly. We'll verify that too. Here you can see right here too. I don't know if that's pitting or body work that's gotten like pock marks in it. But this is exactly what I was looking for. I believe it's got the Muncie. It's a 4-speed technically, but I guess it's really like a 3-speed because it's got the granny gear. And then second and third. Here's the interior. They painted the door panels. And the doors, you can tell they need adjustment aligned or what have you. You can see the gap right here. And as it goes down and then up over top here. I'm not sure what all this is. I thought it was rust at first, but it feels like some type of a sealant or something they painted over. And I've got all my lights and stuff in my other truck when I was going to pick this up, because I towed it with the Trail Boss. So this is the only thing I've done to it is I straightened this up because it was crooked, because I was kind of confused on how to shift it. So you got first, second, and third, and then a low gear, I guess. So I guess technically all-time four-wheel drive. It was. Hopefully it's got that part-time kit in there. And they got some aftermarket gauges in here. A tachometer, oil pressure, and water temp, I believe. It needs a headliner. That's not rust. That's just all the dried up glue or what have you up there. It's probably hard to see in there without me having a light in there. But like I said, it's all a bunch of stuff in my other truck still. Go up underneath it and take a look. It's got a 14-bolt rear end. And then, like I said, after this video, I'll tell you, because a lot of people want you to get to the point and then not fill it up with talk. So, excuse me. I'll tell you some details at the end of this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just change the oil, make sure it's got antifreeze in it instead of just water. The guy that owned it before me, I don't know if I said this or not, had it for 35 years. He passed away last year. His wife was selling it. So I mean, it was his baby. He put all his blood, sweat, and tears in it. We'll take a look at the engine now. The motor is a 350 supposedly and was rebuilt 10,000 miles ago. I can tell you it runs great and it does not leak anything from anywhere. Like I said, we'll verify that it's a 350 and not a 305. So some stuff I got to add in here is like a windshield washer tank in here that's been taken out. It looks like the vacuum canister has been taken out. It's got an oversized radiator in it. And it's also got an oil cooler in there. And then they also gave me a ton of like repair books. It's like a whole bag full of stuff. Just envelopes full of receipts. Like a shop repair manual, different notes and stuff on it. Just all kinds of stuff. I haven't even gone through it yet. Okay, that's about it. And then we'll go ahead and I'll tell you about some details of it, how I went about getting it and everything. Okay, just a couple thank yous real quick. I won't use their names. I don't know if they want their names on here or not. My nephew-in-law who let me borrow his car trailer. Thank you very much. And a friend of mine went with me. I just told him if he wanted to go for like a road trip or anything, but there's no way I could have gotten this back without him because I definitely need help loading this thing up because we measured to make sure it would fit on the trailer. And we measured the back, so we tried to pull it up forward onto the trailer so the weight would be towards my trail boss that was towing it. And we were way off. We're just like, how could we get that measurement? So we should have had an inch to spare. Well, then we measured the front where we were trying to load it because we must have measured the back. And it's 4 inches wider than what the rear was. So we had to back it in onto the trailer, which put all the weight, most of the weight towards the rear of the trailer. And it towed well, except once you got past 50. So it was over a 2 hour drive to go get it. And it took us well over 3 hours to get back because I didn't want to get on the freeway with it. Getting ran over by people doing 80 and me going 50 or 45 or whatever. So we had to take back roads and stoplights and it was a super long, it took all day to get this thing. So yeah, the original owner had it for 35 years, I guess. I don't know if he's the second owner or not. Yeah, let me show you what's in. Until I got there, I didn't know that they had extra parts in it they put in the back. So let me go ahead and show you that real quick. I forgot to do that in the first part of it. So it looks like we got a tailgate back here. It looks like a fender, some rocker panels, a door that needs some work. The tailgate over here looks pretty good. There's some brackets in there. It looks like a transmission mount back here. I haven't even gone through this stuff yet. I've not moved anything. There's a half shaft back there and a drive shaft. So I haven't done any of that. I'll go through the receipts and everything. And he's got notes in there too. So I sold the black Silverado to another nephew-in-law because I wanted to get a square body. I've been wanting one for a long time now, but you go through all these forums and stuff, I'll bet you 90% of the people wouldn't answer me back, wouldn't answer my questions, or I'd contact them showing interest and they'd raise the price of it. So it was an absolute nightmare trying to find one of these. And I think I hit the jackpot with this because this is exactly what I've been looking for. So that's the story on that. Been looking for a while. And I still got some stuff I'm going to do, the trail boss that we'll do. And and you also see this thing as a work in progress. I think that's about it. It's just a pain in the butt finding one of these. They're crazy expensive right now. Even if they're all rusted out and everything, it's just crazy expensive. We'll go ahead and open up the garage door and start it up. I'll let you hear it run. And in the next video, we're gonna check out we're gonna make sure what axles we have. We're gonna make sure it's a 350. We're gonna make sure what the transfer case we have, transmission, we'll verify all that stuff. And the first thing I'm gonna do on this, besides maintenance, checking all my fluids and everything, changing everything, is definitely gonna be the steering. It is crazy sloppy. It's almost like it's gotta catch up to your input. So we're gonna get that taken care of probably first, just to make it more drivable and everything, so I can drive it still and work on it. So let's hear it run. Okay, I've got this thing on the charger. We're gonna see if it'll start. I don't know if this thing has a clutch switch or like a neutral switch on the clutch or not, where it'll start without the clutch pushed in. I guess we can find out. This will be our first thing to verify, I guess. Make sure that thing's in neutral so it doesn't take off just in case. Yep, start right up. It's got good oil pressure, so it does not have a neutral switch on the clutch. That's your water tip gauge, tach works. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so I guess that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. So another thing real quick, when I bought it, before I went and got it, it wouldn't run. The wife, she didn't know exactly what was wrong with it, maybe a battery, starter. So I brought a ton of tools with me to try to get it running. I don't think I could have gotten on the trailer without it running because the trailer didn't have a winch. But we charged the battery up and it started right up. Carburetor needs a little adjustments, idle a little bit high, but it's not missing or anything. It starts right up, so I'm pretty happy with it. Stay tuned for more on this. It'll be a work in progress. Again, thanks for watching.